So I look at the globe. I don't look at the earth like everybody else does. I look at it as like a radio, right?
Yeah.
And however that heartbeat, that bleep, 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 when you get an EKG, that is your attunement. That is your frequency. And how you navigate and guide yourself with your free will determines your frequency, right? And so you have a society, more of society is living in that lower frequencies all the time.
All the time.
And so it's evolving the earth because the earth is raising in frequency. So you're having a clash between the lower, and so what's going to happen is a lot of the lower vibration, the things that hold the lower vibrational frequencies, you're going to see are going to start dying off. The extra sensitives in ego, not the extra sensitives in spirit. They will find a way. The extra sensitives in ego, they will struggle. People without restraint, people that haven't done anything at all to discipline themselves, people that have just done nothing but live that best life, while so many others are struggling out here. I can hear them. I hear their prayers. I'm doing laundry because I hear prayers, and then I put together the care packages for people. There's this guy I saw today, man. It don't get real hot here. It gets hot enough that you don't want to be outside, and they don't make it easier. They don't make it easy for people unhoused. They don't access to clean water is real hard. You know, that's why I want to make a place where people can come and take a shower and do their laundry, stuff like that. You know, the people that rest of society don't care about, us that fell through the cracks, because there's only going to be more and more of those types. So there's a young man I saw it was yesterday when I was leaving the market. I see him pretty regular, and he pushes his dog around in a cart, you know, and yeah, he loves his dog. And so, you know, those are the people that need to be lifted. They're the ones that need their spirits lifted, not the ones that travel far and long and wide to come here and freaking just to shit in a different toilet in someplace else. They don't do nothing to freaking make the place better, that's for sure. But so people are tuning in, and they go to places based on their frequency, you know, and the radio is by latitude and longitude. And so, like, stories, people are drawn in their stories by latitude and longitude, like where they're tuned into. Because, like, maybe they came here a long time ago and they had a good time with their Grammy and Pappy, and they've been chasing that good sensation, trying to replace those memories. You can't replace those memories, man. You can't. It's like chasing the dragon. There you go, buds. I'm gonna turn on the cooler part. I might have to put on my sweatshirt. There. That's better. That's better. So people, they're getting their wires crossed because you have all these people that are becoming more and more sensitive. I was thinking about my friend Barnes in the big meeting in the sky. She passed away during COVID era. I was her age at my first retreat in recovery. And then she retired when in her 70s, and now she's dead. Like, that was our course of... She was a March Aries, like March 21st, and she worked in the same career. And she had people that bailed her out time and time again. And time again. And time again. I never had people bail me out. I had to bail my own self out. Or wait till sentence served. So, and then I just learned I like my freedom, so I don't do things to get I stayed out of trouble. It's easier to stay out of trouble than get out of trouble. So I got to go for a nice ride today, or I got to go for a nice hike in the woods. That was the screenshot of my thumbnail, is a hike in the woods, and then And then I went for a nice ride. I grabbed my speaker. I love music that I can feel. I like to feel my music. It's good for us energetic sensitives. Oh, that's what I was talking about, Barnes. And what I thought about her is because this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a whole lot of broke down psychology because people are energetically sensitive and they're tuning in to the nut jobs that are around them. Like a radio, and they're like, but they're taking on these personalities. Call it demonic, call it ESP, call it whatever you want, no matter, outcomes are the same. Unless people clean and clear their vessel and degauze their energy by getting out in nature. Yes, I have to be reminded of this because I'm not that very smart either. So getting out in nature degauzes me, keeps my energy field, so when I get around freaking people that are unstable, I'm not going to pick up their unstable. And because I remember one time Sandy Barnes was on the way to a meeting, and because people that have good lives get weird ideas. Like, she used to talk about like how she wanted, there's this one bridge from 480, Highway 480, wait, was it 4, like from the mall where the Von Mar shooting was, heading south from there from Center, and then she'd go down to the 80, and there's this big turn, and I've had the same thoughts there. That's the thing that made me go, huh? That was like, gave me the what of awareness, because she had said, because we are close in attunement. I'm a second deacon Aries, though she was first deacon Aries, but still Aries we're still in close in frequency, well, closer than like me and whatever. So she would talk about how everything is great, but still sometimes she come up to that bend and she just want to take her wheel and turn it in and just like be done with everything. And I was like, well, that's really weird. I've had those thoughts too. I'm not a suicidal person. I have too many things to live for. I've never been, there's been days like, man, I don't want to do this anymore. It's just too hard. There's a big difference between that and actively taking steps to end your carnation. So I don't want to do this over again. I'm not. So it's okay, good dogs. Anyway, and then that got me to thinking that I'm just like, I know that there have people that done that in that bend, and it's probably energetic sensitives that are turning in to, because I think some frequencies, because you know how people get stuck in a loop, like they live the same year in America, and God, we're coming up on the fucking 4th of July, and like, we ain't free, it's stupid. But more and more people are reading less into that bullshit, but you're still gonna all have the people that cling on to the glory days until they just kind of dwindle off, and that's how the glory days go away, and we evolve into hopefully a healthier, more productive version of, I don't know what people have been trying to pull the last 30, 40, 50 years. I live in New Mexico. I cry every day for the freaking kids that freaking are thrown away in a dumpster here, or that were like, because my mom was thrown away. I thank God she wasn't put in a dumpster. She was putting it in an orphanage. But that's what I'm saying, that is the history of New Mexico. If things aren't right in a perfect little box, then it's a throwaway, and then they create systems that most people, that people in the system, they all get paychecks, and then they neglect the thing that the reason why they're there, the system exists. They forget, because the people that are there aren't there because of their abilities. They're in New Mexico. They're there because of who their cousins are. So I saw there's a recent case where they found freaking 7 years it took them to find these kids living in a dirt hole. 7 years in their own shit. What fucking takes these people so long to figure out? Like, I could walk, if like, line the kids up in a freaking hallway, I can smell squalor. And then, those are the kids, like, what's it like at home? You build up the parents. You don't take the kids away. You help put the parents do whatever you need to do, whether it's sobriety or life skill, whatever. It's not every man for himself. People let people just do whatever they want, and there's no guidance, and it's warped. And so people in New Mexico drink too much, and then they go racing through the city streets and freaking tear up the roads. And that's not good people that are doing that. They're going to kill people that are good people that don't deserve to die. And the chances are they'll probably get out of it, because in New Mexico, they all get out of it. They all get out of it. The level of corruption, I am in the most corrupt state in the fucking nation. So I got to go out every day and try to compensate by being a person of integrity. Because there's too many people that are living by the bad example. Anyway. Got to meet a couple of nice sisters at a restaurant in town. That was kind of cool. Gave them some stickers and stuff. One of them has a grown-up job. You know, and I see, like, I can help. I can help. I got all kinds of, here's my idea of the day. Here's an idea that local freaking communities can do, because you got so much money and you want to hire more cousins and do that stuff. How about mobile medical units for shut-ins? Huh? Because Mom don't like to go. Mom don't go out. Mom don't like to go to the doctor. We go out, walk around. She likes to go out and be in nature, but she don't like doctors. They used her too many times as a resource hog. They cut on her so they could get a paycheck, and they fucked her up. So she don't got no faith in the medical system. I don't got no faith in the medical system since my country gave to me 8 shots of anthrax. Like, no, they don't care about money. They don't fucking care about longevity of life and stuff. And I'm changing it, because they're going to all die off anyway. So fuck them. Go off down into your bunkers. Get out of the fucking way. And then we can put back the earth the way it should have been before the colonials took it over to begin with. The fraternal brotherhood of butt stuff. If they wouldn't have cheated and worked with the indigenous here, Turtle Island would be entirely different. There'd be fruits and vegetables everywhere. No, you got USDA employees that don't do their job, so people are eating rotten food, and that's America. But hey, 4th of July, stupid, stupid, stupid. That's dumb, dude. Anybody, it's 2025. Anybody that does holidays, you're on the fucking old earth. Just like, you know what you guys can do? Put on your little VR glasses. And put on your headband, and then just like pretend you're blowing off, because every time I hear fucking fireworks, and we live in New Mexico, they're gonna do them up in Red River. Hello, nobody can burn because it's a hazard, but you're gonna blow off sticks of fire. Rain, wind, prevail that day. Please, because it's fucking annoying. Dogs hate it, I hate it. Why do I want to be reminded of being a part of killing people in places we had no business? See, because America, it's nothing but a business. Our president is all about, he's the apprentice, dude. He's acting out his archetype. The apprentice. The Gemini apprentice. He's just being him. He's just showing people, hey, why don't you go out and do whatever you want to do, because I get to do whatever I want to do. It was cool to see him fucking put that dude from South Africa on blast, though. That was fucking pretty rad. He's pretty hardcore. See, because I got my Gemini placements. They're in the 12th house. 29 degrees, fucking Saturn, Mars. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? I've been listening to this talk that Peace Dealer does about me, and I'm just like, wow. Yeah, because I like a lot of people. I've had self-confidence, and then I realize it's not my self-confidence. I'm a mirror to other people, and people that don't have any self-confidence, they look at me. I listened to a talk with Carl Jung today about projection, and I see it. I see how I project my shadow, things about me, myself that I hate about me, I project it on other people. laziness, sloth, idle. These are things I can't freaking stand. Like, I can't lay around too long because there's people out there that need things. And other people I'm seeing, they're getting the generous of heart. It feels so good to give. When you give, it spikes your frequency. Because if you would leave it, not the people that already have everything. No, they're not the NPCs. They're fine. I'm talking about the dude. I gotta get him some freaking face wipes. I'm gonna put a backpack together and I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna tell this kid what he needs to do to show up for himself every day. Just wipe your face. Just wipe your face. Get those like they do in the desert. Just do a freaking horse bath. Just the world might not care, but you care about you. And then the world will show up to care about you because you will attract the people that recognizes someone that gives a shit about themselves. It's easy, man. We could turn this thing around easy. People just got... Oh, here's another idea I got. So a mobile... And you know why? Because in Taos, they have a fucking mobile... A big old huge bus. Air conditioner. I want to do a fucking tour of this thing. I bet they won't let me. It's a mobile construction mobile site. So come down and see what you can do for $30 an hour and how you can milk it if you're the right cousin. So they can get those same luxury buses and they can go to people's houses and do blood draws and can do the whole workup right there just to make it easier for people because they profit so much from making it hard on people. That's cool, thanks. So, I'm up for it in increments of 2 hours and stuff. So I'm gonna take this kid a bag, and it'll have like a little thing of dog food or whatever, you know. And then like I got clothes. They're in the dryer right now. I'm gonna bundle them up. And just, you know what? Yeah, because I mean, you know, there's all these people that are talking about trauma. And here's the thing that I have discovered. And that is the trauma never happens for me, personally speaking, the trauma never really happens from the event because I can disassociate. It's like, whatever, you know, everything's clinical, whatever, you know. I'm just a soul sack. I'm not putting any emotion onto things that have happened in my life. I don't carry that out because every 7 years you're not even the same person physically. So, therefore, on that account, I'm not the same person that I was when I was a 10-month-old baby and 3 years old and 15 and 12 and all the years that all these terrible things happened. And I didn't let it take my life. Prince is on right now. Prince is... That is so cool. That fucking dude gave his testimony from the grave. How fucking cool is that? So, anyway. Where was I? Oh, on my hike today, I ran into a dude. He had a freaking collie, German, what are those dogs with the barrel on the neck? Saint Bernard. It was a collie, because I was like, oh, it's a puppy. He's like, no, actually, he's 5 years old. It's just collie, too. Cutest little dog. Ran into him on the trail, gave him stickers. You know? And then I went yesterday. Because where I live, they sell my t-shirts. The straight people like rainbows too. I'm not even gonna give it anyway. So, he said he'll go by and scope them out. Maybe he'll buy one. But they have a bunch of local vendors. There's like 32 envelopes, so there's 32 people that sell their products that are local in Taos. So I went in yesterday and had them put each one of my stickers in each one of the envelopes. So I'm trying whatever I can do to build local. build community of my own variety. Because I did it for too many years. I tried to do what they wanted me to do. And what they wanted me to do is really fucking stupid. And I got way better ideas. So I'm not going to do what they want me to do. I'm going to do what I want to fucking do. And then I'll show them how it can be done. And then if they want to do it like me, go ahead fucking do it like me. People have been doing it like me for years without saying, oh, I'm doing it, without giving me credit. I don't care. I know that there's nobody else like me because through all the freaking crazy shit that's happened in my life, there was nobody else except for my mom that was walking that path. And I know that other people have had hard lives, and I have crossed paths with them. And I will continue to cross paths with those because those are the spirits that I want to work with. Because I learn from other people. I learned how to cope with my own woes by hearing how other people cope with theirs, and then I tell them what I do to cope with mine, and sometimes that works, because there's got to be a better way, because booze is wiping out society too, man. Booze is a big predominant problem. It is so bad in where I live. It is just so awful. I would rather people eat my cookies than get wasted. And like wherever I go, I smell it on people's breath, and I'm just like, the demons win. Because I know, because I let the demons win for 13 years. I let the demons win. And then another period for like 7 years and 8 months. And then I exercised myself. And I saw where my future could go if I was going to head on that trajectory. And I understood clearly that no one was going to take care of Mom. Nobody on planet Earth gives a shit about this woman besides me. Yet so many people ask about her. It's really weird. But, so, knowing that, because I know that freaking how people are, because I could, I have the ability, one day I'm going to play the talk, I'm going to play the video of Michael the Peace Dealer talking about me, the Heyoka, on his YouTube channel. Because he still does it every now and again. And, because people are going to believe me. They don't believe me. So every now and again, I'll get a reading from someone to see what their interpretation is of me. And to see what, like, okay, all right, I could see that. I'm in alignment. I haven't been living so much from ego that it's taken me so far off course. Mom and I watched, last night after the talk, we did watch Toys. And I ordered my kickstand, I got one of these. I got one of these so I can set it up right here in front of the TV, and I can live stream on TikTok Toys. Live stream on TikTok Toys. Live stream on TikTok Toys. That's hard to say. Hey, Middle Pancakes. Hey, Tanya. So, because that's what's happening. I mean, that's America. That movie Toys sums up America. So, I fucking love it. And I like the improv that they do. I know Robin has his own demons. I can recognize those. I'm just glad I never got into the same shit a lot of these other people did. But still, like, he and Robin Wright, they were real cute together. And then the day before that, Mom and I watched another movie that came out the year before I graduated high school in 1991. With Al Brooks and Meryl Streep. And that movie is a movie called Defending Your Life. And he dies because he's all ego. No, he don't die because of that. But he is a man of his ego. He just picks up his BMW. Like, I mean, it's just so Anyway, and so he dies, and then goes, and then they pick 9 days from his life because life is about learning lessons and getting past your fears. Your soul. Like, are you going to go up and do that thing that you're afraid of, or are you going to duck out? And I know that there's been plenty of times I've ducked out. Thank God, there's been more times that I freaking did the scary ass shit thing that scares me Because all the scary things led us to being where we are. Me and Mom are pretty comfortable. I know that that's why so many people are mad and angry in life, because they're scared. Me and Mom aren't scared. Poles flip, whatever. We're all gonna go out together. I couldn't ask for a better scenario. Whatever happens, we'll be together. And we laugh every single day. And people walk through life and they're just so mad because they have no joy. They have no happiness. They have nothing. And I know, because I've had those days. I had years of those days. And then what I started to do is I started to work harder to participate in my life. And when I started to work harder, and when I felt powerless, I just work harder. And when I was scared, I just work harder. And then and then things started getting better. But I have to abstain in a lot of things. And I'm reminded by that every day, because people don't abstain in New Mexico. People just do whatever they want whenever they feel like it, whether it's violence, whether it's freaking, drugs, alcohol, it doesn't matter. They just do whatever they want. We and Mom are content, huh, Mom?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. But it's easy to, it just takes work. It's not easy to get there. It's just, and people need to stop freaking aspiring to have, like, so much money. That's just crazy to me. That's just all, that there ain't no spirit in that. I am seeing that people are becoming more generous because it feels good to give. There's this one chick on TikTok that she is like, she was like, okay, if people cash at me, I'm gonna pay that forward. And I was like, dude, people are getting it. They're getting it. They're getting it. They're getting it. Right? Mm-hmm. And then you have the same people that the same cycle, same choices. Like, thank goodness there's always people that are there to bail you out. And then there's because people haven't been taught. That's why it was so important to me to learn how to do everything maintenance related, and it was important to me to learn how to do all things informational technology related. And that's why, because I know so much about technology, that's why as an IT professional, I find people's faith in technology amusing. It's fucking funny how much people believe that wait till the power goes out. My whole life I was like, wait, people are like, oh, you need this and this and this and this, and I was just, wait till the power goes out. And all this shit that people said that matters, ultimately in an instant, all of a sudden just is not gonna fucking matter anymore. It really isn't. I am blessed every day. I wake up now and I'm just excited that, I got fingers and toes. Ma, you got fingers and toes? Dogs? Okay, all right. And it's getting worked out there. I was telling the girls at the restaurant that I was at today that, because people look okay and they're doing weird, violent things. It's not just the crazos and wackos and the dirties. No, it's people that look okay that just freaking snap their twig, and before you know it, like that guy, he didn't look okay though, that took some 8-year-old little girl that walked past him in a like in a restaurant, right? This guy grabbed a bottle, broke the end of it, and freaking went after her. An 8-year-old. See, that if I was around, the dad was shocked. He can't believe what's happening. Like, I'm an outsider. Like, I am freaking, that is the shit that I end. That guy would have ended with my bare hands in front of a whole lot of people. See, that's the thing. Like, there's predators. There's serious predators. And so people need to know how to take care of themselves. So what I tell the young girls in restaurant, and I told them at the phone store, I say, you get a wacko. I say, you get a crazy. I say, you get somebody that is coming, like, gonna charge at you like they're gonna put their hands on you, you grab one of these. Somebody grab the closest one of these. There's one right by the kitchen. Someone walk out, grab it, pull the thing. That threat is no longer a threat. So, right? It's all about operational security because it's these shots. People, they're tuned in. Their frequencies are broken. And then they try to dull their sensations with bad choices. And those, like people, their brains, their computers are they're fucked. They're saturated with porn and pop-ups and fucking gross, stupid shit because that is where they clicked and went with their brain. And so now America is just this saturation of fucking grossness because people have just been within their will and haven't done the discipline to do things for other people ever. And there's a lot of people like Mom, like, and like I was in the shower and I can't. Tucker's got he's getting old. He's got a big, his mobility's compromised. He's got a big tumor on his side, you know, and he does good, but he can't go up the stairs anymore. If I help him, right? But I'm in the shower and I hear like shriek, right? I come running out. What? Like what? Is like why? And then Tucker was trying to get up the stairs, so I help him up the stairs, and he got to where he's cool and he's happy. But like things happen, you know. That's why I'm a stay-at-home daughter. You know, the power goes out here. Like it's just too many things happen that you can't account for. So I ain't gonna. Do you think USA is a mystery? I think USA is. I don't think USA is a mystery. I think USA is comprised of storylines. USA is a made-up storyline. I don't think it's a mystery. And whatever story you tune into, you are going to have evidence to support that. Like, I support the evidence that we never fucking went to the moon. I was in the military. They weren't that smart in 2000 to 2006, so I'm not giving them no fucking credit. What, honey? What's the matter? Oh, boy. Good dog. You get the girl? Honey? Good boy. Alright, I'm almost done, okay? Good boy, baby. Want to go outside? Okay, let me wrap it up. And it's hijacked. It's been compromised. There's an organic course of action that America could have gone, but it's imposed. There's too many. They spent too much money on studying that. If you scare people, that will put them in positions where they have to make choices that you're likely going to make themselves more comfortable. That's why the atomic family went away. Like all that. I don't care. You know, I just want people to. There's people. Anyway, all right. I gotta let the dogs out. That's about all I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a rad day.